Greetings, superb people. This is Lenny the Superb. A rose in perfection shines bright. Greetings, as I say, and I have just arisen, which is why I said a rose in perfection shines bright. I have just arisen from my resting spot, and the dream or the astral quest, the message that I've given myself. Basically, I was in the bed, actually in this bed. This was in the dream. I was in the bed here, and it felt as if I was being surrounded by a military type force. In the dream, what happened was I actually felt as though I was being surrounded by a group of, I guess you can say assailants, or a group of militia that was coming to take over. And it was interesting because as I'm laying in the bed, I actually could feel them coming and surrounding the place. And it was like they do it kind of secretive, and they try to come in and they're quiet, and they circle or surround the location. And I was actually able to be in each being's space as they were being directed on what to do. So as each group or team or squadron or part of their, part of the deal, as they took their positions, I was actually able to hone in on each being's inner intuition and thoughts and how they felt about doing what they were doing. So it was interesting because there was a group here right outside of the front window, and they were having like a conversation about, what they were going to do, and how they were setting up their weapons and things like that. And I was, I actually was right there with them. It was almost like, kind of like watching a movie somewhat. But as all of the beings continue to take their positions and surround the location, I was actually able to, I didn't actually hear how they got in, but whomever did get in, I was like right on that being's shoulder. And instead of me getting scared or be afraid in the bed and jump up and freak out, I actually kind of just laid there and was like, "So you're in the house, I see. How'd you get in?" I kind of did that type of thing. And that kind of, I guess, changed his perspective about what he was doing, because I think he kind of was like, "Oh, well, wow, how'd you know I got in?" That type of deal. So before they proceeded to run around and seek me out to figure out where I was, I kind of just expressed what I was feeling and what was going on for me while I was still laying in the bed, before they even attempted to go around and search for me. And then at some point, they just backed off. And then the scenery kind of switched. It went from them coming to take over to them realizing that I've already took that position. So they backed off, and then the scenery changed to one of where they were, I don't know if they completely disappeared or if they turned into a different group of beings now that were actually coming in and visiting me to to get assistance with with their lifestyle and their superb transition. So it went from them coming in to to attempt to take over, and then they realized what they were up against. And I guess I took control and put my foot down, and it looked to them as if they were in control because they were following whomever was giving them the instructions on what to do. And when I got into their heads and was actually able to show them that I had the power to do things that their instructors had not done, it blew their mind, and they just I guess it just kind of got nullified, or they were eliminated. So it was like basically the message was telling me to go ahead and move forward with what I've been, well, not to say procrastinating, but just continue to do what I was doing, and that I got this for the most part. So the next section turned into a very pleasant section. Like I said, that the house is being surrounded. The only difference in the setting was that there were trees and things. There was a lot more vegetation outside. It was kind of almost like a jungle type environment outside. Same house, same location. So maybe it's just reinforcing my intention to create or build a food forest, which has been the main focus. It's not, I don't always speak on it, but that's like the main focus, is to whatever it is I'm creating, the main point is to build, develop, nurture a food forest. And that way, because that's like the ultimate thing, if you could just walk outside and get your food, no one has to go to work to buy food or get paid to buy food. No one has to, there's no more starving people. There's no stealing, there's no theft. There's no I'm hungry. There's just abundance. There's just abundance. And then at some point the ego and the mind and the body all come together because they actually realize and become aware that there's nothing to fear. That whole everyone's always in survival mode, seeking, what else they can do because they feel like they're going to die. It's this whole system has been set up to make people think that, oh my goodness, there's so much scarcity, there's not enough to go around, and it's mine, and that type of thing. And I'm aware of this because that was partly one of the lessons that I was learning with this new transition into the abundant lifestyle and situations that I've been living. So instead of living in scarcity and concerned about survival and where my next meal is going to come from, or how am I going to get this or that, I live in a gratitude and appreciation for the abundance that's available, because that's exactly what it is. It's just been such an abundant situation for me ever since I've taken control of this lifestyle, or this body, I should say, and created this lifestyle. It's a superb lifestyle, because superb, as I break it down, it's not just about being superb or the herbs. It's about being super and superior to yourself, and that's a big or supreme to yourself. Even the S and the U and the P, it brings up a lot of things, and it put them all together to create this being, which is you. And it's basically the super side of you. That's where super comes in. That's where the superhero is gets involved with everything. Because once it's once you become the super, the supervisor, the superhero, the supercharge, the super foods, it's all in there. So this word superb lifestyle is not just about, me thinking of something kind of cool to put together with Lanita. No, this is really about becoming superb, super, superior. You taking your superpowers that are within you and becoming superb over your life. And that is the style that will be created from your transitioning towards optimum health. So, yeah, just to fill in with to finish with the Astro Quest dream that since like I said, I just woke up, and as you can see, I'm pretty amped and excited about the day. So one of the things I do right before I actually open my eyes is I give thanks and I give gratitude for everything that I can think of. I'm grateful for the abundance. I'm grateful for the wealth. I really appreciate the assistance and the guidance that I've been getting. I appreciate myself for taking responsibility for my situation and for being aware that it has come to this moment because I have chosen, yeah, this is all about me. Just as technically it's all about you now, because what I'm saying is you are capable, you are able, you can and you will become your own superb self. You will become your own superhero. No one else can be that superhero for you. And this is why a lot of people have gone astray. They're looking for someone else to come and save them. And the only way to do it is for you to save yourself. Actually acquire and gain the knowledge that you need to recognize your authentic wealth. That's all coming from the crazy Lanita, the KR-Z, gaining the knowledge, K for knowledge, recognize, authentic, and the Z stands for wealth, which is Japanese Zai, Z-A-I. So I just moved it on and transitioned it right into my superb lifestyle transition. So this is it. You have to want to gain knowledge, and then you have to know what type of knowledge you're seeking, and when it becomes recognized, you will see the authenticity with the universe and what you are seeking, and that will guide you onto your authentic wealth, your abundant lifestyle, and your way of being for you. So that's the message. That is what I want to share at the moment, and much appreciation to the superb people. This is Lanita Superb, a rose in perfection, shines bright.